3, 2, 1. All right, welcome back. We're here with our first to finish competitors. We got Akinwale and SharathKumar.
Hi.
We're going to talk to them about what they just sweated through over there, I think. So I guess first up, let's talk about where are you from?
Nigeria.
And?
India.
Nice. Okay. What did you think about the problem? Now, again, don't beat me up on the leaderboard. I already talked about it on the previous one.
Yeah.
But what did you think about the problem? You first.
So I think it was cool. It was complex.
Yeah.
And it was like the scope was okay, like for the time allocated. So I think it was very good. Yeah.
What'd you think?
Actually, for me, I would say the Trello is like something new to me, but I was able to fastly grasp like what is the problem statement. I was able to implement, but there are some environmental issues. First time the submission ran properly, second time giving 0, 0, minus, minus. I don't know
Yeah.
what's actually happening.
Yeah, and I talked about that when we were talking about you while you were over there.
Yeah.
Nothing bad. And we were just talking about how you're given a lot more work in this first to finish challenge than you would have in a first to finish challenge in Top Coder.
Yes.
So it was more complex because last year,
Yeah.
if you remember, I know you showed up late. I told you I wasn't going to beat you up on that. We talked about how you had to do 4 challenges last year. It was a little
Yes.
different. So they did a larger scope. This would have been a code challenge, and I think actually on the platform it was a code challenge.
Yeah.
But yeah, using the automated testing and stuff like that, and the Postman files and stuff like that. We were looking at your screens while you were over there. Well, not yours because you broke it. Just kidding. I'm just here to beat you up. You know that.
Sure.
So what do you think about like the Postman, working out of Swagger and stuff like that and building it out? Did you guys do code gen? How did you approach the problem?
Okay. So the format was different, definitely.
Well,
So,
what did you work in? Because we couldn't see your screen yet. What IDE did you use?
I used the Commodore edit.
Okay, and you Como.
Yeah. Commodore. Yeah.
And what'd you use? What language?
Node.js.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and how'd you work?
Yeah. So I used the starter kit. So I downloaded that from GitHub, and then I was able to get the models and the controllers up and running very quickly.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically I had to just study the API, the Trello API that we're working with, trying to understand, okay, how does this work, how does that work, and bringing it to the controller.
Okay.
So that was very quick. Getting the controller up and running was very quick because I had the starter kit,
Yeah.
but understanding Trello API was where I spent most of my time working. Yeah.
How did you work? And
Yeah.
what did you work in and what language?
Yes, actually, I know only Node.js, so I
Okay.
coded on Node.js.
Yeah.
So the thing is there was a starter kit which I prepared for myself and I hosted publicly also. So it's the same starter kit I have used. One mistake what I felt is I have used MySQL and it started creating some trouble. They were saying the database is not binding. So I feel like maybe if I would have used MongoDB because there was no data to store in the database, only 2 tables are required. So maybe if I would have used MongoDB, this environmental issues might not have come up.
Yeah, I was using MariaDB, which is a fork of MySQL.
Yep.
So I think it was also the same issue with the 0 scores on the leaderboard. So
Okay.
if I had used Mongo, I guess it could have worked properly as well.
Because Mongo was in the default Docker file, wasn't
Yes,
it? Yeah.
that was the default.
Yeah.
Mongo actually does not create any problem like this connection issue. Sometimes MySQL it throws errors on it won't allow you to connect. When you create a new MongoDB, it will allow only connection from a local host.
Yeah.
So if you want to allow from remote host, I was getting some error. I hope that could be an error in that Docker
Yeah.
Compose. So it's that's the problem with the environment. We did not do any problem. Actually, maybe the team needs to look into it. How
Oh,
they
I know
can
they're
fix
doing
the
that right now.
database.
Yeah. So I think the interesting thing is, with the MySQL MariaDB initialization, that takes some time
Yeah.
before it starts up.
Oh, yeah.
Mongo is almost immediate. So
Yeah.
the thing is that when you're trying to run a Docker Compose, everything starts up at once. So if you're trying to connect to the MySQL, that's still
says it's not there.
Yeah, exactly, and you can't detect it. So I think that's one of the
I
Interesting.
have
problems in
actually in my application startup I have put wait for also.
Yes,
I
wait
have
for
wait
that,
for
yeah.
the database, but in the test suite I'm not sure whether it is waiting for the application
Yes.
to be up and
so,
running.
so yeah, I think
So I'm a
that's
little confused actually. So maybe
yeah.
the team will look into it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we have to, right?
But actually today I have completed the coding in around 2.5 hours. I am sitting with this minus code for 1 hour digging to fix it.
Oh, we saw you looking in the forums.
I
we were
have
watching
comment,
it.
because I have finished the entire code,
Yeah.
adding everything in 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
But I have spent remaining hours in troubleshooting why I'm getting minus score. Like I have wasted a lot of time
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah.
Else it would have been faster and then like.
What? So locally, you were 15 out of 15 tests easily.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know that they're going to do a larger battery of tests against it.
No,
and
but first, without fixing environmental issues, if they run the test again, I don't think like.
Yeah, I think that's what they're deciding now. So we'll let you guys know.
Cool.
But let's see. I got some scripts over here, so
Sure.
so these are from Harshit. So if they're not good questions, you can blame him.
Okay.
Okay. Akinwale, how do you compare the challenges here to the previous year? We talked about last year was 4 different little quick challenges.
Yeah.
Scope is obviously larger, but what do you think of the problem? What do you think of the quality versus last year?
I think it's sort of been preferable for like broken down to smaller components.
Right.
Like the previous challenge, I think that was because it's first to finish. You have several challenges. You're trying to finish them quickly.
Yeah.
So like this is more like a development challenge.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah, you qualified in one track and ran in the other.
Exactly. So it's kind of like what you don't expect it, but I mean, as an experienced developer, you don't expect that, but
Yeah.
you just have to adjust and
Cool.
work with it.
Sharath, it says here that you recently turned into a reviewer.
Yes.
You like that? Because you usually break my stuff apart anyway. So.
Actually, I take up review more serious than my submission because even if I work on a submission challenge, the amount of work I put in submitting, I will put more effort in reviewing actually. So I take up ownership. So if the submission goes to client with lot of bugs, then it will be a problem for the community as well. Like we want the quality of submission should be more.
Right,
So many
right.
people keep criticizing me. You are doing a very harsh review and then you are scoring me down. Look, so
Do
it
you
happens.
do you only review Node.js?
Yes.
Okay.
And Python, I know
And Python.
Python also. So
Okay.
I do Python and Node.js.
No React, no none of those.
Actually, I'm learning front-end technologies.
Okay.
Like I can work on the integration part. Let's say if there is an Angular application or React application and there is a backend API, I can integrate it. But I don't want to create from the scratch, like to create a prototype and then these
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
That is difficult for me. So that's why I work on only backend and integration parts.
Cool. I'm not reading these questions from him. Let's see. Oh, do you like having expert communities, blockchain, cognitive community? Have you guys worked in those? Because that's my realm.
Yes, actually, I was working on cognitive chatbots earlier. Nowadays, like there is no chatbot competitions. So initially, we were having few chatbot competition. I
Yeah.
was part of it. And then in Google, they have
AI?
and the Google they have one chatbot platform, right? I forgot the name.
I forget what it's called. Yeah.
I think IBM. I worked on this 2 platforms: IBM chatbot service, IBM Watson chatbot, and then Google also they have one chatbot service. I worked on it, so I forgot the name actually.
Yeah.
Because I didn't work on it for a long time.
What about you, sir?
No.
No. You don't like me. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What do you think of this place? It's pretty crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice.
Yes.
There's plenty of space.
Because you were last year in Buffalo.
Yeah.
Did you go to? Have you been to other TCOs?
Yes.
Okay, I don't have that on my card. So, what other ones have you been to? Dude?
So 2013 that was in DC.
Yep.
2014 San Francisco.
Yep.
Yeah. Then 2015 that was I think Indianapolis.
Indianapolis. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah.
That's where yeah. So this place is ginormous.
Yeah.
Did you guys? Did you see the other room?
Yes.
The other room's crazy too, with the Texas tiles. Did you see so I don't know. I don't have too much more to pester you guys about. Do you have any questions for me? No, don't ask me any questions. I don't want to know.
Why is the leaderboard broken?
Huh?
Why is the leaderboard broken?
Why are you gonna do that to me? I told you not to do. I'm gonna go beat those guys up because they're not beating themselves up enough.
Yeah.
No, we're gonna find that out. I promise.
But
We'll figure it out.
it kind of like threw me off as well because I submitted early, but I was getting zero scores. So we're like, okay.
It distracts you.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah.
can't concentrate on the actual task. You have to try to figure out what's breaking the build basically.
Yeah.
So this environmental issues, I think they should have acted upon earlier. So when we are creating this test suite, we should have tested with like various combinations. Like for example, people work on Java, Node,
Yeah.
.NET. So they should have created some sample apps and with varieties of database like MongoDB and MySQL. Because at the moment when we try it, if it throws error, then the responsibility will fall on us actually.
Yeah.
So that's why we should have done earlier, like at the time of the developing test suite, they have taken only a basic example for
Yeah.
creating a test suite. But many, even in development challenge also, you would have seen like many people were getting zero score because the Java is not coming up. So things like that. So
Yeah, like better starter packs or something like that to work off of, or
Yeah, so I think not the starter packs, but like so this is new, the Docker Compose
Yep.
automation. So I think that's I mean, it's new, it's innovative. I like it. Like, I mean, it could have been tested more, basically. So,
yeah.
So extent the testing could have been better. Like when you created a suit that do that for a championship, so it creates a lot of some upset. I
Yeah,
would say.
yeah. No, I definitely get that. But on the development challenge yesterday, I spoke about that this is the kind of the platform moving forward. It will be. It'll grow. It'll mature. Don't worry.
Yes.
But for code challenges, we were talking about, we have VirusScan, which whatever, but we're gonna have code quality, and then we could have unit tests potentially. And what that'll allow for is for a code challenge, you'll be able to submit earlier and see if you're passing those things. Now there's still going to be manual review, but at least you'll know if you hit all the requirements, if your code is up to the standard that the client's looking for while you're working, so you can fix that. And then the output will hopefully be better. So that's where we're going. We're progressing.
Yeah,
a
and
little growing pains.
feedback too.
Yeah.
Like there was no feedback, test feedback basically. So.
Yeah.
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 need
So it'll be
that.
good.
We are
It'll,
actually working on it. I really appreciate it. But the thing is, like at least for development and then this challenge, they should manually dig in to check like what is the issue.
Yep.
When they're running the final test, if they fix the issue, it will be much better.
Yep.
Because after developing the entire application, it's working, but we are getting scores minus and zero. It is not really.
Yeah, we spoke
won't be
about
fair, actually.
how the leaderboard is just kind of, for now, where it ended. But tomorrow, in the actual award ceremony, the scores are going to change.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they're deciding, but I know that it'll be fair to all members.
Okay, looking forward.
All right. Well, I don't have any other questions. Is there anything? I don't know if is there anything in Twitch? Okay. All right. Well, thank you guys for your time. Please do not kill us. Hopefully have you back on. And good luck. Safe getting home.
Yeah.
Thanks for your time. Appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, sir. We will be back at 6:30 with Algorithm Competition Semifinal 2 with Scott Wu and LG5293. Hopefully they'll have the iPad back out. The drawings were awesome. And make sure that you send in any questions. If you have questions for these guys, I'll try to answer in Twitch and Facebook. And we will be back in about an hour.